Chapter 16. The number one rule of selling. You sell better when you focus more on what am I giving and less on what am I gaining. Selling is basically the use of information available in order to get what you want. There are three kinds of information availability: information disparity, information parity, and information overload. Sellers adapt to each to sell their products. Information disparity. This is when the salesperson knows more about the product than the buyer. Let's say when our parents or grandparents went to buy a car, the salesperson in the showroom knew much more about the car than them. So they could effortlessly convince or manipulate the buyer and easily sell the car. The ball was in their court. Information parity. Then came the era of information parity, where everybody had access to information on everything. The buyers were as knowledgeable as the seller. If they wanted to buy a hatchback, they could research what each brand offered and at what price point. The sellers can't fool them. Information overload. Now we live in an era of information overload. In this era, the buyer knows much more than the seller because of the internet. Everything is just one Google search away. You want to know what other people thought of a product? Just go on Amazon. Want the best price? That's available too. It's hard to fool buyers now. That's what information overload means. You cannot sell to somebody who already knows everything about a product. They will only buy if they trust you. The market is full of people selling the same thing. So, who you trust is what matters. Now, the person you trust is the person you buy from. And that is why personal branding is very important. From the selling era, you have to move to the personal branding era if you want to go up a level or accelerate sales. You have to make people trust you and your brand. How do you build that trust? By generating awareness, keeping your promises, and over delivering every time. It's simple logic. It's caring. The number one rule for marketing is caring. Once you start caring about other people, then everybody in the entire value chain is going to trust you. And once people start trusting you, you can command the kind of premium you were looking forward to.